User-generated content is some of the most powerful content in social marketing. Think about it. When was the last time you bought something that you had never purchased before if no one had recommended it to you? It doesn't happen super frequently. We're social creatures. We want social proof. We want to know that there are other people in the world who like the thing we're buying. That's why Amazon has such a high, stringent policy on promoting their 5-star products, right? That's going to result in more purchases. That's why Etsy pushes you to leave feedback on an item after you purchase it. That's why there's this whole market of e-commerce tools to get customers to leave feedback. We want to know if it's a good thing. So as a brand, how can you start to leverage user-generated content? Now, this is assuming that you have a method for actively collecting reviews and you have a way of communicating with your customers or past clients in order to get follow-up feedback. So let's just assume that, because that developing a system for gathering UGC, user-generated content, is a whole separate series of videos. But let's just assume you're collecting it ethically and accurately, and you're ready to use it on your social marketing strategy. To start, posting testimonials, especially 5-star reviews, can be really, really useful. You can get clever with these, but just sharing them in general in a really beautifully formatted way, not just a screenshot, please. But setting up a lovely post to go out on your social media where you're sharing a 5-star review and talking about why it's important to you, not just thanks for the 5-star review, leave more reviews like this here. If you're a restaurant and somebody leaves this really lovely review about a special that you had, talking about why the chef made that special and thanking the person for leaving the review, that's great user-generated content in the form of testimonials. This can also be really useful if you have a product that creates some level of transformation. I'm thinking like skincare, food products, sharing how people feel about using the product, how it makes them feel, is going to be really useful in getting other buyers to see themselves in the transformation process. Speaking of transformations, if you can share before and after pictures of your product, or just in general, images of your product in use, or explanations if it's a service of the before and after. If you're a massage therapist, having somebody talk about how they were so stressed and they could barely turn their neck before a massage with you, and then afterwards they feel great and they have returned mobility. That's very powerful, right? That's a transformation that we can understand as your potential customers. So that can be really useful. Similarly, interviewing your ideal clients or customers, your past ones that had a really good experience with you, that can be really great. You're giving them the stage as well. If this is something that they're interested in, right? You may have some clients who are like, absolutely not, I would hate that. Don't force them to go on camera because they'll be uncomfortable. But if there are people who are like, I love your product, I'm obsessed, and I want to tell the world about it, hand them a megaphone. Allow them to tell the world. If you have a podcast, interview them. I see a lot of brands doing this really successfully in, kind of a sit down and chat style format where the business owner is asking the client, like, hey, what was it like working with me? What did you experience before working with me and now after? What do you like about our products? Things like that. Obviously, it's, leading because you're sitting with the business owner and it can feel like, okay, maybe this is staged or forced. But when you're seeing a client or customer who is actually passionate about the product or service that they received, you can tell. You can tell if there's passion there or not. User-generated content as a how-to or tutorial for your product. Now, I see this with the one that comes to mind immediately that does this really well is Prose. So Prose is a hair care product where you go in on their website, you fill out a survey, and you get a custom formulated shampoo, conditioner, hair mask, whatever, a bunch of different hair products based on where you live and what your diet's like and your hair and blah, blah, blah. Their user-generated content where influencers or past purchasers are using video as a format to create like almost a how-to slash before and after slash review of their pros product. It's really good. It got me on their website starting to fill out the form of like, okay, like, do I need custom hair products? Is this gonna change my life? It was purely based on their marketing tactic of having people who were actually using their product show how easy it was to use this, because I need to see how easy. I'm not going to be spending 4 hours on my hair. And also the big transformation, right? Which kind of brings us into this final point. User-generated content is just chef's kiss when it showcases a transformation and lets potential customers be part of that journey. Now, some products are going to be like, there isn't a transformation with my product. It's a snack. It's fine. There is a transformation. Every product, every service has a before and an after. Before you eat the snack, after you eat the snack. Before, maybe you're stressed, you're hangry, you eat the snack, you feel good, you feel nostalgic because it's a kickback to a childhood flavor or something like that. You feel different than before you ate that. So how can you use content that's created by people who have actually eaten the thing that you're making and show off that transformation? Keeping it from feeling staged and having actual people doing actual things and sharing their true, genuine, passionate human enjoyment of your product or service. That is such a powerful tool to leverage on social media, your website, on email blasts, anything that you can think of for a marketing platform. User-generated content can be leveraged on that platform, I promise. And always sharing user-generated content with a celebration vibe and a joy, right? Like, you are celebrating that people love your product. You are so excited that they took the time to create a piece of content that you're then sharing. They look amazing. They're so happy. They're having so much fun. Hey, we're having fun. Yeah. My assistant. Always sharing the content with that sense of like, we love our customers so much and we listen to them and we want them to succeed and we care about them in general. We think they're awesome. We love them. We're showing off what they've made about our brand. That is the best way to continue to get user-generated content, is to celebrate it and celebrate your customers. I would love to hear from you. How are you using user-generated content currently? Are you planning on it? How do you want to integrate it into your social marketing plan? Drop a comment or join Bad Axe Biz Club. It's free. It's our free community where you can continue this conversation about developing content plans that include user-generated content. And until next time, stay Bad Axe.